say it again, you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what he does.
Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you very much. Like this channel, subscribe to this channel. Let's get into it. Somebody is lying. I'm going right in this evening. Somebody's lying. Somebody is lying. I don't know if it's the media. I don't know if it's the networks. I don't know if it's the YouTube content creators and their sources, but somebody is lying. Now, what am I talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Bud Crawford, Terrence Bud Crawford, and Errol the Truth Spence Jr. in their upcoming fight. We have been hearing for the last 5-6 months that this fight is going to happen between both of these world champions. We keep hearing about it. We don't know what to believe now as fans of the sport of boxing. I love that my channel is going to be so different than other people's because I am going to incorporate the sport of boxing and the business of boxing, and I'm qualified to do both. Now, what I don't realize yet is why are we at an impasse? Why? Why are both of these fighters at an impasse in the contract negotiations? Why is that? Nobody listened to me. Nobody listened to me when I told y'all before about a phone booth on YSM Sports Media Channel on YouTube. I told y'all months ago what the issue was. To be exact, I told y'all on August the 3rd that it was not Spence's team holding up the fight through the negotiations. I already told y'all that. And then I told y'all 3 weeks later on August the 30th that Bud Crawford's team and his manager / trainer Bomac cannot out-negotiate Steven Espinosa and Al Heyman. I told y'all that. And here we are in the middle of October, and there's still no fight being announced. Now, according to Showtime Sports president and executive Steven Espinosa, on May the 27th, he said that this fight is almost ready to be made. Why? Because he said, and I quote, that this fight is 2/3 of the way done. The contract is almost signed. We're 2/3 of the way before both parties agree to all the terms, and then this fight is going to happen. That's what he said. He said that in an interview on YouTube when the promotion between Rolly Romero's team and his camp and Gervonta Tank Davis and his team in his camp, they were promoting the fight each other. And Steven Espinosa, he said that. And then we heard about a week later from ESPN reporter Mike Coppinger on June the 3rd that sources told him personally that this fight is going to happen in November and even in Las Vegas. And then we heard from Chris Williams of Boxing News 24 on July the 15th, 2022, that based on Mike Coppinger's reports and his sources, that this fight is going to happen in Vegas. In fact, Mike Coppinger did an interview with former HBO analyst, former ESPN reporter and journalist, and he actually has his own boxing show now, Max Kellerman. And Max Kellerman asked Mike Coppinger about the upcoming Spence versus Crawford fight. And Mike Coppinger gave an answer. And then we heard from Adam Wells on September the 15th, based on his sources and based on Mike Coppinger's sources and his reports, that this fight was going to happen. We also heard Mike Coppinger in September say, I think this was after Adam Wells, a few weeks ago to be exact, he said that all parties agreed to all terms of this contract. That's what he said. And then, of course, a week later, we heard that Crawford is at another impasse because he's asking PBC, he's asking Al Heyman, he's asking Showtime executives to let him see the books or open the books so that he could confirm that his split that he agreed upon is legitimate and validated. This is what we heard from Mike Coppinger. And then on October 9th, I believe after the Fondora fight, Ocampo, that was last weekend, right? Steven Espinosa, in an interview, he also said it's a possibility that this fight is still going to happen in November. And that the window is not closed completely on the fight happening in about 4 to 5 weeks. Even though there's no press conference, even though there hasn't been an official announcement yet, even though there hasn't been a 3 to 6 city tour in place yet, even though we don't know exactly the location or venue this fight is going to happen at. And then on top of all of that, Floyd Mayweather just did an interview a few days ago on the phone with Fight Hype. And if you know anything about Floyd Mayweather, him and the great Al Heyman are like this. And he said in the beginning of that phone conversation / interview that any fights that's going to be managed and promoted by Al Heyman, they're going to be also promoted by Mayweather Promotions. Because he and Al Heyman are one. End quote. Not my words. That's what Floyd Mayweather said. But let's hear the little 10-second clip of what Floyd Mayweather said right after that so that we can hear it out of the horse's mouth himself.
Say, I don't really know. Right. At the end of the day, as of right now, the Spence and Crawford fight is not happening.
Damn. There's a lot of false information floating around out there. And
y'all heard what Mayweather said, right? This was a few days ago. The Spence and Crawford fight, as of right now, it's not happening. It's not happening. And then you heard the reporter say, it's a lot of false information floating around out here. Somebody's lying. Before I continue the business aspect of this whole fiasco and impasse, I want to give out my special awards that I give out. I'm going to start off with Steven Espinosa. Steven Espinosa, I got you something. See these right here? You're going to need to get you a pair of these. Yeah, Steven Espinosa, you've been doing a good job over there at Showtime. But you're going to need a pair of these. Because you said on May the 27th that this fight is 3/4 of the way. Mike Coppinger, yeah, come on up to the front. Yeah, come on up here. I got something for you too. Mike Coppinger, you're gonna need to get you a pair of these. Yeah, you're gonna need to get you a pair of these. You can have these if you want, because you're gonna need them. You're definitely gonna need a pair of these, Mike Coppinger, because I don't know if you started this or your sources, but you got to verify your information from your sources before you publicly report it, okay? Chris Williams, come on up here of Boxing News 24. Come on up to the front. I got something for you too, because you went by what Mike Coppinger said, and you didn't verify the information either. So Chris Williams of Boxing News 24, you're going to need to get you a pair of these. And you're going to need to get you a pair of these immediately, because you can't go by what somebody else say. You got to make sure your sources are reliable. Adam Wells, come on up to the front. I got something for you too. Adam Wells, you're going to need to get you a pair of these. Yeah, just go on, hurry up and grab a new pair of these right here. Because you know why I'm giving y'all these? Steven Espinosa, Mike Coppinger, Chris Williams, Adam Wells. Because to my understanding, y'all never even put on a pair of these before. Y'all never even had a pair of hand wraps before. Never even punched a heavy bag before. Never sparred before. Never got in a boxing ring before. And I'm not talking about with a microphone. I'm talking about with a pair of these on. Y'all got to go get y'all a pair of these, man. And a good trainer. Okay?